Well, the coolest day of the week, you bet. Here's a live look at I-64 at Afton. Of course, you can see some of the reduced visibility here because of the fog, more so as you begin to crest up to the very top of the mountain. This is the westbound lane. There's the eastbound lane. You'll certainly encounter that here tonight. As far as the wetness, yes, it has been a wet stretch of weather, and we're far from done. But here's a nice shot of some of the raindrops on a hydrangea, and that captured by Margaret Johnson there in Stanton. Real quickly, because amounts do vary, but it's been a very wet stretch here at the airport. These are observations from the airport, an additional to just 29 hundredths today. So currently for the month, nearly 4 inches and 3/10. We have a surplus for the month now of just under 2 inches. And for the calendar year, we've seen over 18.5 inches of precipitation. And so we have a little surplus now of just over 1/10. So all this has been beneficial. Some of that has been excessive in terms of the rainfall and, of course, some of the storminess. 71, that is our current number, and that is 15 degrees below average for this time of year. Of course, the dew points, which measure the humidity, are still ripe, well in the 60s, upper 60s at least. 72 right now at the Valley Airport in Weir's Cave. There's been some patchy drizzle, some light showers out there. We're going to carry that into tonight. Right now, temperatures upper 60s and low 70s. As we take a look at the satellite radar combination, we have been wedged in with the cooler side of a front. That front oscillated back and forth throughout the weekend. That gave rise to the showers and storms. Most of the storms have been in the warm side of the front here this afternoon, and there is more rain off to our south and west. Some of that will start to work a little farther east, but it should be more showery as opposed to stormy here for tonight. Temperatures overnight pretty much in the mid to upper 60s. Again, drizzle, areas of fog. We'll start tomorrow morning with overcast conditions, then break out into sunshine. Temperatures will be much warmer, generally in the middle 80s, some lower 80s out to the west. A few afternoon showers and thunderstorms, and an isolated severe threat, the main threat being a damaging wind gust potential. And of course, because of the rain we've already received, if we have repeat storms or it rains too much in a certain area, we could certainly have some localized flash flooding potential. We're not done with the storms yet, but get ready for the heat because temperatures are really going to ramp up, especially Wednesday and Thursday of this week. And then look as we get into this weekend and early next week, be the hottest temperatures we've seen so far. And of course, Friday is the calendar start to summer. So we have a front now that's just off to our south and west. Another front will approach from the west as we head into Thursday. And you can, of course, see that cooler air on the cooler side of the front. It's 85 in Charlotte. It's 86 in Lexington. We're still in the 60s and 70s here across a good portion of the mid-Atlantic. So there will be some showers around tonight, some drizzle and areas of fog. And then tomorrow morning we start with the clouds. We break out into some sunshine. We'll heat up into the 80s. There'll be a scattering of thunderstorms by late afternoon and early evening. Isolated severe will be possible. On Wednesday, we'll start in the upper 60s and lower 70s. We'll start with more sunshine. A few storms here on Wednesday. Better storm chances on Thursday. Some of those could be strong to severe as well. Some showers, drizzle, areas of fog tonight. We're in the 60s. There's a look at the Michael and Son 7-day forecast as temperatures will continue to heat up this week. So remember today when we had temperatures 15 degrees below average, we'll see them well above as we head into a 90-degree stretch and a heat wave in the making as we get into this weekend into next week, Steve.
All right, Eric, thank you. A Northern